Yo, I was on mute, but now I'm not on mute. I don't think so. Who's in the building? Where are we at? How are we feeling? Ladies and gentlemen, week 12 of the NFL season is here. Cleveland Browns, Las Vegas Raiders, 4:05 p.m. Standard Eastern Standard Time on CBS. Or if you're here with the livest watch party in the history of sports on YouTube, you're going to be with the Dog Check channel. Stephanie, Brandy, Janet, Janine, Cheryl Scurry is in the building with me. Make sure you hit that like. Make sure you hit that share. Make sure you do all the above. And there's a rumor that Shedeur Sanders is going to have his first NFL start of his career. It's not a rumor. That is a fact. So let's jump into the show, everybody. But if you didn't know, Carson Scheswinger, that's right, linebacker extraordinaire, was the NFL Rookie of the Week. Congratulations to a real primetime rookie because he deserves it. Give him your round of applause. He has been outstanding this year. He has been a phenomenon. He has been a diamond. All of it. Shout out to Carson. Thank you, my good sir. Dog check the Carson Scheswinger.
Dog check! Dog check!
Let's go. Shout out to Janet with the $1 donation, getting it started already.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
You got me on the big TV? That's what I'm talking about. Thank you very much. Who is ready for today? Who is ready for 4:05 p.m.? I can't be the only ones who's ready for 4:05 p.m. I'm not going to lie. I have been very nervous today for this game. Very nervous. But let's get right into it. Last week, the Browns lost. What is going on in my ears? What is that? That ad playing. Shut up. All right. Last week, the Ravens beat the Browns 23-16. Dylan Gabriel got knocked out with the concussion. Shedeur Sanders took over. Tell me right now, what grade do you give Shedeur Sanders for his performance? And be honest, take your haterade glasses off or take your love glasses off and give an honest assessment of his performance. Good or bad? What grade do you give his performance? A, he was a model citizen and he went to the graduation and he was the valedictorian. Or F, he failed. Honest assessment, what grade do you give him on his performance to the Browns losing 23-16 to the Baltimore Ravens, falling to 2-8 on the year? Let me know. Honest assessment, love glasses off, hate glasses off, an honest assessment for his performance. Shedeur Sanders, 4 of 16, 97 yards. 97, that's a lie. 47 yards, 1 interception, sacked 2 times last week against Baltimore. Coming off the bench in relief for Dylan Gabriel, who was knocked out with the concussion against the Baltimore Ravens. Who else is here? Tina, how are you doing? Faye Wilson, how are you doing? Erica, how are you doing? Happy Valley, how are you doing? Diane, how are you doing? Sandra says B. Diane B. You guys are, I wish I went to school with you. We got B's in the chat. Man, I would have been I would have went to Harvard. C-, C. Harry, how you doing? Hey, brother. I'll grade him after today's game. Nervous, says Stephanie. I'm expecting a big day for Jeudy. We're going to talk about Jerry Jeudy a little later today in the pregame show. JSN is a monster, by the way, for Seattle. It's absolutely ridiculous. I'm sorry. I've seen it on my screen. How can we grade him when he wasn't he has had any preparation. Hey, you still can grade him. If you want to grade him with a curve, sure. But let's see. What do you, if you don't have to grade him, B plus. Okay, we got a B plus, a B. We got some generous graders around here. C, C minus, C, C. So we got some B's, a B pluses, a C minus, a C, and a C. All right. I'm going to give Shedeur Sanders the lowest C possible, which is a C minus. And here's why. I'm not going to give him an F or a D because of the circumstances. I'm grading off circumstance. I'm going to give him a C minus. And here's why. I think an A and a B is out of the window. You can't go 4 for 16 with an interception and get a good grade. To me, that is just impossible. Now, some people are nicer than me, and that's fine. I'm going to give him a C minus. The reason why I'm not going to give him a D or an F, because of the circumstances. You're coming off of the bench. You're cold. You might be listening to a little Wayne, or you're listening to a little bit of Adele. Whatever you listen to, you know, you're looking at the clipboard, and then you're like, guess what? You're in. Wait a minute, coach. I didn't take a snap. What am I supposed to do? Hopefully you were watching. Get in there. Oh, crap. Okay. And then the Ravens said, oh, guess what? We know your tendencies to tip, tap, dance, and run around. We're blitzing you every play. And then the line was stinky. So I'm grading on a little curve. But interceptions aren't good. Running away backwards sometimes, and he made some good plays sometimes, aren't good. Dropping passes for your quarterback doesn't help. Paging Dylan Gabriel. He knows about this. Dropping a pass in the end zone and, somewhat a good play by the defender doesn't help at all. So I'm not going to give him a good grade. I could not be here and say a 4 for 16. Guess what? A plus, sir. Great game. I can't do it morally and be on camera saying that's a good grade. I would not give any quarterback in the history of the NFL 4 for 16 with an interception an A grade or a B grade. I just can't do it. I want to give him a C minus. I'm going to say a below average. They say C minus is a little bit of a below average grade, going with the circumstances, having no preparation in practice, no snaps. But that's all going to change today, and we should see a difference. But that's just me. Now I'm going to go to the comments, and some people are probably going to yell at me, but that's okay. I was yelled at as a child. I can take it. All right, let's see. Deshaun says C. Oh, Happy Valley, thank you so much for the $5 donation. I am sorry. Thank you. If Ravens' last score was a field goal and not a TD, then SS last drive did get them in field goal range, but needed a TD. He almost was able to tie the game at the end. He was only in 2 quarters. Bad line offense. Give him time. What up, Cody? What up, Portia? How are you doing? Why is CBS not showing the Steelers, Bengals in my area? Great games, and I got to watch garbage. Janet, Cody says C minus. Brandon, $20 donation, my guy. 2713. You say Browns. Thank you.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Where am I? I'm right here. My OBS was acting stupid. Hopefully I'm back. Didn't have help. Can't put what happened to him last week on him. Okay. All right. A little bit of love glasses on, but it's okay. Listen, I knew that would happen, but it's okay. I am here to restore evenness in the world. He didn't have help. That's true. But listen, you got to say the same thing for the other quarterback. If we're going to be honest, I'm good now. Refresh is frozen. I'm back. Let me refresh mine too. Let me refresh my YouTube because it's looking a little weird. I'm good now. But he will have preparation this week. I'm nervous for this game. I am not going to lie to you. I have never been more nervous for a game. I don't know, probably since Deshaun Watson's first start since the Texans. I'm not going to lie. Good to go. Okay. Don't do this again, OBS, or I will fight you. I'm doing all right, Shane. I am doing okay. If you haven't known, if you've been under a rock, the Browns play the Raiders 1 o'clock in some areas, but 4:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in my area. CBS and some local markets. And some markets, the Browns don't come on TV. So, if that's for you, you have us. And we're the greatest watch party in the history of sports. That's what I have heard. It's a rumor. I don't know if it's true. The Cleveland Browns offense has absolutely been stinky all year long. No matter who the quarterback has been, whether it's Joe Flacco, whether it's Dylan Gabriel, and now their third starting quarterback this season walks in Shedeur Sanders. Will the offense improve today when Shedeur Sanders steps in under center with Todd Reese, the play caller, his third game calling plays? Do you think the offense improves today against the Las Vegas Raiders? Let me know. Let's see what we got here. He only has 1 week of practice. Why all the pressure in 1 week? Harry, life sucks, Harry. You know that? Shedeur Sanders is under circumstances that nobody else has. Harry, this could be his last game starting. You know? I don't think it's fair. Dylan Gabriel is going to get more chances than Shedeur Sanders. Dylan Gabriel has started 6 games, and he has had way more time to prepare than Shedeur Sanders. But guess what? That's just how it's going to work, unfortunately. He has an immense amount of pressure this week to perform. And Harry, I don't think it's fair, but guess what, Harry? Nobody cares what I think, my guy. Nobody likes what I care about. They're like, guess what? You get this time to show what you have on 1 week of practice, and if you don't, we're going back to 5'8" Dylan Gabriel. And that's just how it works sometimes in this league, unfortunately, Harry. And it sucks. But I didn't make the rules, Harry. I'm just telling you, unfortunately. Shedeur would have dubbed today. Why are you not fair with Shedeur? Diane, me, I'm not the coach. Yell at Kevin Stefanski. Don't yell at me, Diane. I don't have a clipboard. I don't assign the reps. Walk to Cleveland, Diane, and talk to Kevin Stefanski. Don't talk to me. I'm just telling you how it works in Kevin's head, okay? This is how Kevin set it up. I'm just reporting to you how it works. Downfield threat will open up the running game. I hope you're right, Tina. Triple A, you was writing to me in Discord. Going for 1K on live today. We'll see. Dog check. I think SS12 is locked in like preseason. It's Sunday, and yes, Corey, you are the one. Play-by-play for the dogs. Okay, appreciate you. I think they'll play better today. We will see a difference. Go Shedeur. I did hear Watson's traveling with the team. And if you read the comments, some people were not happy about that. People were not happy about that at all. And there was like little memes about it. And I was like, sheesh. Fans just be unhappy about everything. Because you were yelling at me, Diane. So I'm yelling at you. It's all love, Diane. You know it's all love. I don't like to be blamed for Kevin Stefanski's faults. I have no power, Diane. I have no power. Today sure will play well enough. Stefanski will not be able to take him out. I hope you're right, AAA. So will the offense improve, chat? Let's talk about the Browns offense, Diane, AAA, Harry, Enrique, Jeanette, Cody, the last comments I've seen. Let's talk about the Browns offense, okay? Here's where they rank. 31st in yards, 31st in passing, 159 yards a game passing, 257 yards total, 26th in rushing at 98 yards, and 29th in scoring, 16 points a game. That's where they rank offensively. That is putrid. That is absolutely unacceptable, unequivocally terrible. I don't know if that word matched what I said. I can't spell it, but it sounded good, so I inserted it in. I don't know if it worked. I was not my voice is sweet and soft. Touche, Nia. Touche. I think the offense will improve today. The question is, how much? I think the offense is going to take shots downfield as long as the line can protect long enough for Shedeur to get the ball downfield. I think they're going to go and take shots to try and open up the run game for Judkins. The thing that I don't want to happen is I don't want them to go too crazy with Shedeur Sanders. And this is what I mean. I still want them to run the football, okay? I want you to give the passing game a shot and still run. Let's not go crazy because we have a quarterback now who can stretch the ball down the field. Let's not go, okay, we don't even have Quinshon Judkins anymore. 5 wide every play. Let's play to the strengths of Shedeur, but let's not get away from the run game because our offensive line still stinks. Cam Robinson is out. I think Jack Conklin's out too, but you can fact check me on that one because I'm not quite sure. But I think he is out too. So we're still working with backup tackles for Shedeur Sanders. And guess what? You know, Myles Garrett is great. But on the other side of that, Max Crosby is a bona fide superstar. We have to protect Shedeur from that man. Double team, chip him, quick throws. Get the ball out of Shedeur's hands. If Shedeur has a fault, in breaking news, he does. And like every mobile quarterback, they all do it. I'm not picking on Shedeur Sanders. Did you watch Josh Allen on Monday Night Football? Did you see the way he held the football? All mobile quarterbacks do it. They think they can make a play. Josh Allen ran back 37,000 yards. Then he ran horizontal 62,000 yards before he ran and got sacked. They all do it. They believe they can make a play. All Shedeur needs to do, if the play is there, try and make it. If it's not, eat the sack or get the ball and throw it away. I think if he can do that, I think the offense will improve and it will look markedly better because we're going to be able to at least take shots down the field and the safeties will go, wait a minute, we can't load 63 in the box. Winston playing ball in Detroit. He is. We got to mix it up better with the run and passing. Actually excited for Sanders to prove his value. Imagine if third pick a lineman. What up, Portia? Just a couple of deep shots, but 1 or 2 picks. I don't know if Sanders can handle interceptions. Sanders is the only rookie who comes in the NFL with a resume that states he has a quarterback most all his life. This should be nothing new to him. OL cannot be doing lookout blocks. Cheryl, how are you doing? You're right on time. Our defense will give the O a chance to make plays. If Jackson Smith-Njigba scores again, this guy is a monster. So I think they will improve. I just don't know how much they're going to improve with 1 week practicing together with Shedeur Sanders. I think you need multiple weeks of practice with the quarterback to get rhythm. I think it's not fair on everyone. Now, the narratives, people don't care. I am just being honest. People do not give a rat's tail when they have a specific narrative. Okay? They don't care. They say, you better do good now or we don't want to hear anymore, for the narrative that doesn't want Shedeur to play. For everybody who loves Shedeur, like it's only 1 week. Now that's true. And there's a middle line. You have to look better than last week. That's where I'm at. And you have to look better than Dylan Gabriel when he first stepped on the field. Those are both true. As far as I know, Njoku and Myles Garrett are both playing. Myles Garrett sat out of practice, illness. Njoku was sitting out because of his knee. But as far as I know, they're both playing. But if you have heard something different, please let me know so I am not giving out false narratives and false news. All right. Raiders, Browns, 4:05 p.m. CBS Some of you might not get it on TV, but you can stay here and you can love it and watch with us, and you can be entertained, and you can yell, you can scream, you can have all the emotions that I am going to have today. It is going to be an electrifying 2-8. This is the most probably hyped up 2 versus 8 game I've ever seen in my life. This was a regular 2-8 game. Nobody's watching. Everybody's watching because of one man, and that's Shedeur Sanders. A fact is a fact. These 2-8 teams, they both suck, but they're watching because of one man, and that is Shedeur Sanders. Not blocking can't be one of the strategies today. Facts. I like that comment.
Dog check!
According to the receiver, they had a good week. Late but here. What up, James? What up, James? What up, James? How you been, man? 1 week isn't enough. That's facts. Great to be back on this channel. Great to have you back, Jerry. The joke who will be big help blocking Max Crosby. Harold Fannin, too. I wouldn't be shocked if you seen Blake Whiteheart come in and help chop and block Max Crosby as well. We got to bring the energy. Will you have the emotions board today? The emotions board will be out today. My current emotion on there is nervous. I am nervous. But the emotions board will be out today. Game day speed caught Sanders off guard much faster than college. Facts. Run the ball, Kevin. Speaking of wide receivers, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about Jeudy a little bit later. Get your comments on him. But there's one man I want to talk about right now. He's been the best player on the Cleveland Browns all season long, probably for the past couple of years. Arguably the best defensive player in the NFL. I want to talk about Myles Garrett for a second. I want to talk about first ballot Hall of Famer. If he desired. What is desired? What kind of word is that? If he decided to retire today, Myles Garrett is leading the league with 5 sacks in one game. He's leading the league with 15 sacks in total. And I think in the past 3 games, he's had 10 sacks. This man is on a mission. Can Myles Garrett keep dominating at this pace? At the way that he's going, he will break the single season sack record, tied with Michael Strahan and TJ Watt. He's on pace for 25.5 sacks this season. It is unprecedented what he is doing. He is earning every single penny that he is being paid. He is wrecking football games on his own. The sad thing is he doesn't have the offense to help him. That is the sad thing. Can he continue to dominate at this pace? Let me know in the chat. W12 Ladin. Hey, Corey, no pressure, but this call is bigger than Baker's first game. I don't know. Let's see. Well, that's a fact because Baker's first game, he came off the bench, right? Tyrod Taylor got hurt. He came off the bench. He won. And then his next start against the Raiders, Baker was a first overall pick, right? He didn't have any pressure because his job was not on the line. His future wasn't on the line when it came to him. So if he had a bad game against the Raiders, which they lost, he had 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, didn't matter. He was going to start the next week. Number 1 overall pick. His spot was secure. Tyrod Taylor wasn't coming back in. They weren't going to trade him the next season. They weren't going to cut him. They weren't going to draft a quarterback. He had room to grow, room to learn, room to practice, learn the plays, learn everybody. Shedeur's is totally different. He has a lot more pressure. The game's a lot bigger for Shedeur Sanders. Everybody's eyes are glued in on this football game. They weren't glued into that Raiders-Browns game like they are today. So I could kind of agree with that one just for the fact of they're both in different parts of their career when they started. Myles is the best since Reggie White, the preacher man. Our special teams need to stop them from returning punts and kickoffs. Their long moon balls, and Shedeur will pass all of Dylan's I can't read. Dylan Gabriel's yardage. That man is our defense. Garrett can tee off today. Some injuries in the Raiders camp will open the door. Thank you, Jerry. Jerry coming with the Raiders information. So, it's maybe an unpopular opinion. And I hope I'm wrong. But I don't think he can. At the current pace that he's doing. He has 10 sacks in the last 3 games. 10 sacks that's over 3 sacks a game. I don't think he can keep up at that current pace. I don't think he can. Will he still be dominant? Sure. He's had 5 sacks in the game, 4 sacks in the game. At this current pace, no, I don't think he can. I think teams are going I think teams are going to be like, you know what? We're block, just every lineman block him at this point. I think it's going to get to that point. The only reason why I say that is because the offense has to do something. They have to. They have to put points on the board. Myles Garrett's going to get tired eventually. We are at week 12 in the NFL. Okay? We have to week 18 till it's the end. I just think it's going to get to where he gets maybe a 1 sack, a half a sack. There may be a game where he gets 0, and then people are going to be like, they get so spoiled, they're going to go, where is Myles at? They're going to say that after he's had games with 4 sacks and 5 sacks. That's why the unpopular opinion, I'm going to say no. Because what he's doing is ridiculous. It's unheard of. 5, 4, excuse me. It's unhuman. I think he can do a regular pace with regular people do. What regular Myles Garrett did last year. He is just doing things that I didn't think any of us thought he would do this season. So I'm going to say no, and I hope to God that I'm wrong because we need him to do this to give us a chance to win football games. At right now, the way our offense is producing. Let's go. Garrett can tee off. I read that. Hope you are right. Baker wasn't the superstar that Shedeur is. I meant for you. This is your biggest call. My biggest call? I don't know. I still think the playoff game is bigger than this one because it's the playoffs. The playoff game will always be the very first one in Pittsburgh will be the biggest game that I've called so far. Bigger than this one. I know Shedeur is a big star, but I don't think any game gets bigger than that one right now. So I would have to disagree with that one. I think the playoff game was bigger. But this one's up there right now. Myles Garrett, sure enough, a beast. Look at your pick. He is from another planet. Chiseled. Yeah, I can only dream of that. You think Myles gets 3 today? That can't be because the rest of the line will make up for it. Going to have some traffic today. What up, Moment of Zed? Myles is out to prove he's the man. He gets 3 today. All right. Hey, Corey. Browns for the first time wearing white helmets and jersey with orange pants. What does this mean? I don't know, man. That's a good question. First time they used that combination. We'll see what happens. Can't lie. I went to more Crosby games at Eastern Michigan than Ohio State and just ready to freeze off. Okay. And watch Ohio State win at the big house. If anyone in the chat go on, let me know. Myles is the GOAT. Yes. Be cool to meet members. Guess we'll know in about 4 hours. It's going to be an interesting game. Colts beating the Chiefs 20-9. All right. If you're new, hit the like button. Can we get to 100 likes in the chat? It would be greatly appreciated. If you're new, hit the share, hit the subscribe, turn on all of your notifications. Dog Check channel, where energy lives. 4:05 p.m., Myles Garrett takes on Max Crosby in the Las Vegas Raiders. Shedeur Sanders starting debut in the NFL. There's going to be eyes all over this game. I have never seen a rookie quarterback gain this kind of attraction, especially a 5th-round draft pick. A lot of people like to say that. It's a true fact. but they like to use that as a negative connotation towards Shedeur Sanders. How does the 5th round pick get all this attention? Oh my Lord, I'm tired of it. Deal with it. But he has motion, as what the young people like to say, when I used to be young. Speaking of young, he's still kind of young. He's a wide receiver for the Browns. Last year, we were talking about this man being a number 1 wide receiver. We were talking about this man. Man, next year, he could go to the moon, and he doesn't even need a spacesuit. We said that. I don't think we did. I'm lying at that part. But this year, he has took a nosedive, and I don't know why. I'm talking about Jeudy, number 3 from the Cleveland Browns, former Denver Bronco. I don't know where he went to college. If you know, let me know. I really don't care either, but I just wanted to say I didn't know it's college, so that's why I didn't say it. Is Jeudy's complaints valid? He had a press conference, and it was quite odd, and you could see he is not a happy camper when they talked about another quarterback change for the Cleveland Browns, and you can see he is starting to become unraveled. The Browns are 2-8. His numbers are down across the board. He's not getting the usage that he had last year. Usually when they talk about a new quarterback change, they elaborate. They big up their quarterback, but he kept it short. Yes, he needs more reps. Yes, we got to get in sync with our quarterback. But it was very odd. Alabama, I should have known that. Duh. I knew that now. Yes. Why did I know that? Tweak Pat would be very upset with me. Duh. He did go to Alabama. And I remember it now. I suck. I'm going outside to get a drink. So, is his complaints valid? Should he be upset? Should he be perturbed with all of the quarterback carousel in Cleveland, with his lack of productivity this year compared to last year? Or is some of this his fault of why his lack of productivity is against himself? The drops, the missed opportunities that he has created. Let me know. 130-25. 130-25. Dog check.
Dog check!
The only reason anyone's watching the Browns only here for 12, you're not watching it for me, Donnie? That hurts. That hurts. But I'm glad you're here. I remember that Pittsburgh game. Watch and listen to you, Corey. Epic calling. Thank you, Tina. Suncast emoji. Colonel Sanders will have the 11 herbs and spices today. Broadcast, Corey, just want you to know you and your spirit make the Browns bearable for me. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. $5 donation.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Born and raised in Ohio, but in that one team up north, it's tough. He's the reason Flacco is in Cincinnati. Is 12 really starting? He is D ladies man. Shedeur Sanders is starting today. In around 40 minutes, he will take the field in Las Vegas, and the world will be watching. The world will be locked in on Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns. This could be his last start for Cleveland, depending on the Dillon Gabriel update and Kevin Stefanski's feelings towards Dillon Gabriel. So we will have to see what happens later on today against the Las Vegas Raiders. But I don't think Jeudy's complaints are valid. I don't think his attitude, looking a little perturbed about the quarterback situation, is valid, because he hasn't been performing well when he's been given the opportunities, dropping too many passes, open passes, when either Joe Flacco or Dillon Gabriel has hit him right in the chest, right in the numbers. You have to make the plays for your quarterback. Simple and plain. Even when they miss you, you have to go back, especially when your quarterback is a rookie and Dillon Gabriel, and give him the confidence to get you the ball again. As a veteran, that's what you're supposed to do. Coming out of Alabama, a prestige college like Alabama. Tweak Pat would say so. You have got to be that leader in the receiving core for the young receivers like Cedric Tillman, Jamari Thrash, Isaiah Bond, Gage Lavardin. You have to be the leader for these men. So you got to pick up that attitude. Whether we're 2-8, 8-2, 1-7, 4-3, 4-4, it doesn't matter the record. He has to show up for his young quarterback, especially Shedeur Sanders starting today in Las Vegas, a team that passed up on Shedeur Sanders a bunch of times. He's going to want out there and prove himself. He needs his number one receiver to be locked in. That's just my thoughts. My thoughts. Does it mean they're wrong? Could be. Does it mean they're right? Maybe. But they're just mine. Thrash out today. All right. But still speak life into him, even if he's out. I hope this game doesn't make you have another headache. It won't. I'm good today. I'm ready to roll. Thank you, D-Ladies, man. I'm ready. Saunders' swagger will change the tone of this team. He's a winner. All right. All right. Well. Before we move on to Shedeur, the last segment is about Shedeur. We're going to go into, just to let you know, at 4:05 p.m., in case I didn't say it once before, the Browns play the Raiders. 4:05 p.m. on CBS. Hit that like button if you haven't already, because here it's going to be the watch party of the year. Browns Raiders. Shedeur's first start against Geno Smith, who is a big brother to Shedeur Sanders. They love each other. That's his guy. Let's see what happens. All right. I agree. Jeudy wasn't getting that many balls thrown his way with DJ anyway, and the ones he did get were mostly dropped. Here we go. And I don't know what's going on with my mouse. I'm sorry. It's not moving. Mouse, please. Okay. I'm going to warn people just like I did with Deshaun Watson when he came back first game against the Texans. Please have realistic expectations for Shedeur Sanders. As I ask these questions, what are your expectations for Shedeur Sanders? First start in the NFL, first practice with the starters, on the road, and I'm telling you, the Las Vegas Raiders are probably tired of hearing about Shedeur Sanders, so they're probably going to be a little more charged up too than what they would have been if Joe Flacco came to town, or Dylan Gabriel came to town, or Kenny Pickett came to town, or Bailey Zappi came to town. So the defense may have a little more juice in their bones, a little more calcium in their collarbones than they would have had for any other quarterback, because they want to prove a point too. So what is your expectations for Shedeur Sanders in this game at 4:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time? Yardage, touchdowns, aura, all of it. Let me know. Hope 12 throw some lasers. Y'all saw them buffs again yesterday, as they always do. Going to be the same story today. Shedeur's number one are going to be Fannin and Said. He's going to turn up Said into a superstar. Deion's at the stadium. I don't think there's a QB problem. There's an O-line problem and a coaching problem. They definitely, and that's the problem, Cody. Drafting a QB in the first round, to me, is pointless. You have to fix the problem. And it's the line. And it's the weapons. Until you fix that, you're going to have the same carousel of problems. But some people don't realize that. Their blind hatred for a specific human, whether it's Dylan Gabriel, whether it's Shedeur Sanders, they would rather pluck an above-average quarterback from the first round just to say that we got one, and then have the same issues. Terrible line, mediocre receivers, Same cycle, but that's okay. 247 yards, 2 TDs, 45 rush yards, 1 pick, 5 sacks with some nice deep balls. That being said, though, DG is not good and not our guy. Hopefully Sanders gives us a spark, but my hopes aren't high. But if we can get a couple more wins as a Browns fan, that's all you can ask for. Jeudy is downfield receiver, but much better when he's stretched out. Stretch him out. Stretch him. Build, build, build. 225 yards, 2 TDs, 1 interception, 2 sacks. Winston still balling in Detroit. Ooh, I just seen a highlight. Ooh, look at Winston. Draft 5 LTs. 1 might work out. I expect and pray that Shedeur Sanders will play well today. Okay. I haven't seen too crazy expectations, which is good. I know this is crazy, but I'm changing my big dog from Patreon Thursday. My big today in Vegas, baby, is Shedeur Sanders because he has to be for him and for us. Browns win by 10. Okay. I want SS to limit or eliminate his habit of running backwards and that he protects the ball more by getting rid of the ball and driving the ball downfield if he is in danger. I like that one. I like that comment. I don't think you can get rid of a habit in 1 week. Hopefully you can limit a habit in 1 week. I would like that too. I like that comment. I like him. I like what I'm hearing so far.
Dog check!
Hit the like if you just came in. So for me, when it comes to Shedeur Sanders, I'm not going to be over the moon and say 300 yards, 4 touchdowns, 0 picks, the greatest quarterback in the history of man. No, I'm not going to go that far because I don't think that's realistic. I am going to keep an even head here. Okay. So just like I said for Deshaun Watson, when he first came back from his hiatus, I want to keep an easy, even keel head here for Shedeur Sanders. I don't think we've had a 200-yard passer since Joe Flacco. I want to fact check that though. So give me a second. I want to fact check that. Maybe Dylan did throw for 200. I could be wrong. So I don't want to be. So let me fact check that. Let me see. Let me fact check that. Let's see. I think he did throw. He did throw for 200. He did against Pittsburgh. I'm sorry. 221. Yo, with the ads. Bruh. Okay, he did throw for 200 against Pittsburgh. 221 on 52 attempts. So I would like those attempts to be down. I don't want his attempts to be that freaking high. My mic is low? Is it? Is my mic low, chat? Is that low? Oh, I can turn it up. I don't want to blow y'all ears out, but I definitely can turn it up. I can turn it up. I don't want to blow y'all's ears out, but I can definitely turn it up. As much as I want Sanders to be great, I have to remember he got sacked the most amount of times in a season in college history. So it's just hard. No. My mic is cool. Phone is okay, so it's not low? No? Okay. I'm late. You sound good to me. No, mic is cool? Okay. All right, so mic is cool. So my expectations for Sanders is 200 yards in the 200-yard area, but I don't want 50-something attempts for Shedeur Sanders. And I think listen, they failed Dylan Gabriel there too. You're failing your quarterback if they throw 50-plus times. 50-plus times is a failure, okay? That's a failure. Give me 200 yards. Give me a couple of touchdowns. That's what I would want, and that's what I expect from Shedeur Sanders because I think they're going to push the ball down the field. But I do expect also a couple of bad sacks from Shedeur Sanders. I think he's going to take a couple of bad sacks that's going to make some people's skin crawl. And it's going to make them go, oh, Lord. I think he's going to take a couple of bad sacks that's going to make people's skin crawl, because I think he's going to try to make a couple of big plays when the pressure gets there. That's what I think is going to happen today. Couple of bad sacks, 200 touchdowns, and 2 TDs for Shedeur Sanders. Mike is good? Okay. Offensive mastermind. That's Stefanski's failure. 23 for 35, 265, 3 TDs, 2 interceptions, 2 sacks, 65 rushing yards. Okay. Think he hasn't played since Colorado. Played last week. What are you talking about? Were your eyes blind last week? Did you watch TV with your eyes closed? Did you have glue in your eyelids? Masking tape? Duct tape? Were you watching TV with your head backwards? Which one was it? Let me know. It's not low? Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Boy, I'm nervous for this game. 4:05 p.m. I sound great? Okay. Raiders, Browns, CBS, YouTube, Dog Check Channel. Make sure you're here. I can't wait, but I'm nervous. What up, Trouble? Make sure you're here for the watch party. I can't wait, but I'm nervous at the same time. Good Lord, help me. I don't know what I want to do. Time for predictions before we get out of here. Time for your big dog of the game. All of the same, but not really. Let me know who is your big dog of the game. Get them in the chat. Let me know right now. Who's your big dog? Who you got? Who's going to make the biggest difference in the game? Let me know. It's going to be the worst game in NFL history. Raiders coach AP said if he was still coach, he would have drafted Sanders. I seen that AO4. I did see that on CBS. I did see that. Didn't watch the game. He must have been asleep. Judkins, Scheswinger. Are Scheswinger's jerseys in the team shop? They should be. Why are they not? That's disrespectful. I'm fine. Max Crosby, Myles, Judkins, Jeudy. Okay, Jerry Jeudy. Jeudy of the Jerry. Big dog. Myles. Okay. Garrett going to have 6. Okay, 6. All right. 6? 6 sacks? Six sacks is diabolical. The world's anxious for this game. Jenkins, Myles. Shedeur's my big dog. A lot of Shedeurs. I see some Myles. I seen a Max Crosby. Raiders fan in the building. Okay. Shout out to the Raiders fans. Nothing wrong with that. Myles, Quinshon, Shedeur, Basement Dwellers Bonanza, and Big Dog goes back to Myles, 49. Shedeur and Mark Davis was kicking it at the WNBA game in Vegas before the draft. Okay. Energy. All right. Big dog of the game for me. I was going to go a couple ways here, but listen, I got to go while the iron is hot. I got to strike while the iron is hot. And I'm going to go with Myles Garrett. I'm telling you right now, listen, Myles Garrett, he's been on a mission. He's trying to separate himself from everybody in the league. Okay? He has another rookie quarterback starting. And the way to help your rookie quarterback is to get him in the best situations. And it starts with the defense. I think Myles Garrett, again, makes some big plays. I don't think he gets 5 sacks or 4 sacks. I think he gets a couple of sacks, but I think he can get in there, get a strip fumble on Geno Smith, get the Browns short field position so Shedeur and the Browns take advantage, get in the end zone, and maybe, just maybe, get the Browns defense a lead early in this football game. Give me Myles Garrett, 2 sacks, 5 quarterback hurries, 2 tackles for loss, and 1 strip sack fumble. Myles Garrett, Purple Bus, my big dog of the game. You hope NYC wins. It's time. Scherstringer with a pick 6 today. Just wants to play for the Lions that are losing, but just got a pick. I'm excited for Sanders. I make it fun. Thank you. 3 touchdowns for Sanders. Me too, so nervous and excited. He's in his prime. I'm nervous, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, before we get out of here, who do you have winning this football game? Get it in the chat right now. Oh, my goodness, this game, man. I have not been this excited for a game all year long. No disrespect to anybody that we've had at quarterback. I never wanted Joe Flacco to be the quarterback of the football Browns. I never seen the point of having a 40-year-old at the quarterback position when you have 2 rookies. Dylan Gabriel just doesn't excite me at quarterback. I don't think he makes enough exciting plays to get you out of your seat here in Cleveland. But here we are right now with Shedeur Sanders. Who knows how many games he is going to play for Cleveland this year? Who knows how many games he's going to start? But right now, he has a start today. He has a chance to shut a lot of people up, or he has a chance to prove his doubters right. There's only 2 things that can happen here. Shut people up or prove doubters right. And let's see what happens at the end of the game. And then a lot of people are going to be talking tomorrow. A lot of people either will be very, very quiet Monday morning, or a lot of people will be screaming from the rooftop, yelling their point that they made a long time ago. There will be a lot of pre-drafted tweets going out. And I want to read some Raiders stats on defense really fast. A lot of people say the Raiders defense suck. The Browns offense suck. The Raiders defense is middle of the road. Raiders defense in yardage is 18th. They give up 326 yards a game. In passing yards, they're 19th. They give up 219 pass yards a game. In rushing yards, they're 15th. They give up 107 yards a game. And in points per game, they're 24th. They give up 25 points per game. So their defense isn't dumpster juice. It's middle of the road defense. It's not the worst in the world, but it's not the greatest either. So the offense has a chance to do something today. I was seeing everybody saying this defense is just god awful. I'm like, man, let me look at these stats. Let me see and I'm like, wait a minute. It's not super bad like our offense. It's not 31st, 26th, 29th. It's a middle of the road Raiders defense. So our offense has opportunities to make some plays, but it's not atrocious like the Browns offense has been. It's a middle of the pack defense, but it does give up points. So let's see what we can do on offense. But for my prediction now, Browns 21-7, Browns win, 3-point game. I see a let's go Steelers. We suck even though I love the Browns. And for my prediction, I see a Browns 24-3. Okay. Crosby is my boy outside of today. My prediction, and this was a tough one for me, but I got to go with the Browns on this one. This was a heart pick. I'm going Browns 21-16. I'm going to have the Browns breaking that 20-point threshold, averaging 16 points a game this year. The Browns offense hasn't scored over 20 points. That Miami game, the defense was doing damage, not the offense per se. I'm going to go Browns 21-16. I got Shedeur scoring 2 touchdowns. I think Judkins gets one in the running game. I think the defense holds the Raiders to a touchdown and multiple field goals. And I think Shedeur Sanders does enough to get excitement back in the air for Cleveland, gets the Browns to win a football game. It's not going to be a blowout like I would love. It's going to be nip and tuck. There's going to be some good. There's going to be some bad. And we're going to be on the edge of our seat. But I am noting, people, hold your expectations, but people won't listen to me, and that's okay. I am here, and the emotional board will be here too. 88-2. Holy crap. What is in your cup? But that's my prediction. 21-16, Browns win. We'll see what happens. We'll see if I'm right. We'll see if I'm wrong. And we'll see in about 15 minutes. I will see you at the watch party. And if I don't see you at the watch party, then hey, hopefully I see you when I see you. But hopefully I see you soon. Until next time, AAA wants my heart to just leave my chest. He said 24-21, Schmidt with the game-winning field goal. Good Lord. Until next time, call your mom. It's all love.
Dog check!
Peace.